We're going to make it better. We're going to bring it back.
What did you think it was going to be like? Versus, like, did you have any ideas of what it was going to be like?
What's really annoying about this is that, like, Trump did one debate with Kamala Harris, got absolutely f***ing cumstered so hard that it literally improved Kamala's approvals. And then he just stopped then he realized, like, oh, I can't do this again. And I feel like the Democratic Party didn't even shit on him enough for chickening out of his second debate. And then he spent every single waking moment after that doing a full court press on as many independent and as many traditional outlets as he possibly can. Oftentimes the traditional outlets being like very right-wing outlets that he gives interviews to, which solidifies his base. And then anytime he wants to reach out to audiences that maybe are not tuning into Fox News, he went on every single independent media outlet over and over and over again. And I think that has played a decent role in his approval ratings going up, or not rather approval ratings going up, but like his polls going up in general.
Like, and what was different?
Well, I was always involved in politics, but usually from the standpoint of a donor. I was a donor. You know, I was a big donor. I gave money to politicians. I enjoyed politics.
Mostly Democrats, right?
Both, really, pretty much both. I actually pictures of Ronald Reagan and me when I was very young.
You were a Democrat until like what year?
I was a Democrat. I could get you the exact, but the early 90s, I switched over eventually. Actually, they had a reform party.
So undecided voters are dumbasses now? Yes. If you're talking about the uncommitted movement, that's entirely separate than undecided voters. Yes. Have you ever encountered an undecided voter? Like, that is one of the most common memes in this community, is like, we love making fun of undecided voters. It's 10 days out, man.
I was thinking about doing that for a little while, but then fortunately I didn't, because it's very hard. You know, it's a two-party system. And anytime you hear third party, I know you like RFK Jr. and so do I. He's a fantastic guy.
I do, but I thought that being an independent was nonsense.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work because even if you do great, you're not going to get Congress. In other words, you need now to say, okay, now I'll get half of Congress. They're never going to vote for you. But it doesn't. It's pure and simple. It's a two-party system.
Right.
So in the office of the presidency, over the years, all those presidents, you've had 92% were politicians and 8% were generals. General Eisenhower, General Washington, right? General George Washington, you had generals. So it's 8% no admirals, 8% generals, and 92% politicians. You know, they're politicians.
Okay. Contrary to what a lot of the naysayers in the chat are saying, I don't think this is as boring as I thought it was going to be. A lot of this is new stuff. Even if he's going over old shit, it is surprisingly new. We have to look at this with fresh eyes and an honest perspective, because you and me have already made up our minds on Donald Trump. Whereas the actual dumbasses who are like, oh, I'm undecided, I still don't know, maybe I might vote for Donald Trump, like, they are going to watch this interview, and we have to put ourselves in the mindset of a person like that. And I think so far this is very humanizing for Donald Trump, which is not good. Okay? Not good at all.